Tibet majestically stands on the roof of the world. She rises to fame in the world because of her unique culture. Her azure blue skies, leaps and bounds of plains, holy mountains and lakes, everlasting snows, give people a constant picture of beauty. Her deepest penetration of Buddhism is another source of attraction. The Kham region is situated amid crisscrossing mountain ranges and a river basin of the Yangtze, Salween River, and the Mekong River. The landscape here is pleasing to the eye with its queer ranges and crystal waters, thus known as the Eastern Tibet, land as bright as the pearl. This is another world in the land of snows. This virgin land, deeply shut up in mountain ranges, keeps itself in secrets, in vastness, and in ancient civilization. It is bordered by Sichuan to the east, Yunnan to the south, and Qinghai to the north, and has remained a gate to inland China since ancient times. The recent opening of its airport at Bangda makes travel to the eastern Tibet much easier. The town of Chamdo, which means the juncture of waters, is situated at the juncture of Zachi and Gaochu rivers, which together form the Salween River. Because of its particular location, it is the center of communication, and hence also the center of politics, economics, and civilization in the Kham region. The boundless ranges and crystal waters are part of the lovely attractions round about the town of Chamdo. The Jambaling monastery is nestled in the terraces of Chamdo. It stands upon the red layer of the earth's crust formed by ancient glaciers. The Jambaling is the largest Gelugpa monastery in Kham. It was built in 1437, dating back nearly 500 years. The monastery is composed of 5 different lineages of high incarnate lamas in 12 monastic houses. It includes a great multitude of monks. The Jambaling got its name for being the abode of the Jamba, the future Buddha. In its assembly hall, the main section of the monastery, there are over 1,000 square meters of murals and hundreds of exquisitely crafted images. These greatly attract visitors. The Great Changba undoubtedly is the most graceful of all images in the monastery. Chanting, a daily ritual for the monks, cannot miss a day. At the time of the chanting, over 1,000 monks gather in the chanting hall, and in a great roaring chorus, monks bury themselves in reading scriptures, the vibration of which almost shakes both heaven and earth. The Karub ruins are found at the village Karub, 12 kilometers to the southeast of Chengdu. They date back to the Neolithic age, found at the highest of the sea level and westernmost of the longitude in China. The Karub ruins reveal the ancient civilization of the Chengdu area and verify the presence of people in this area 4,000 to 5,000 years ago. There is a footprint on rock, which is a miracle. It is 1.2 meters in length and when erected upright, it resembles a man at work. Can it be said that a being from some other planet had once come to ancient Chengdu and left this giant footprint? The handicrafts in Chengdu are famous. These silver products, exquisitely crafted, are highly appreciated by visitors. The Tokika in Chengdu is a scenic spot. The residence built on this vast piece of land is the summer palace of the fourth High Incarnate Lama in the Zhengpaling. The scenery here is beautiful, with its clean flowing rivulets and gurgling of hot springs. The climate is also lovely. It's not only a pleasant holiday resort, but a fine spot for the natives of Chengdu to pass time. The scenic spot on Mount Zhujiao, not far from Tokika, is a grove of ancient trees amid clear hills and waters. The best known of these is a grove of ancient cypresses grown in the times of the Tang period, halfway up the Zhujiao La Pass. These cypresses date back 1,000 to 5,000 years and are some of the oldest in the world. You can see that huge tree, old and tough through many years of growth, in the wind and snow. Mount Zhujiao enjoys the beauty of Mount Emei, the charm of Mount Lushan, and the wonders of Mount Huangshan. The Yiri Hot Spring in Rioche is the most famous among many hot springs in Can. Here, the surroundings of mountain ranges and the green of forests are pleasing to the eye. Visitors to this place enjoy the scenic mountains, bathe in the peaceful springs, breathe in the clear airs, listen to the melodies of the birds, and smell the fragrances of its virgin flora and fauna. Its rhythms of running waters and mountain forests intoxicate one as if he's in the realm of heaven. Tibet's only red deer farm at the Changmaoling Natural Protection Area in Ruoche is an animal's heaven. The pastures in spring and summer are a rich green, and the red deer roam at leisure in the sun amid flowers and meadows. It's a fantastic landscape that would intoxicate a man. Setting into it is like floating in an imaginary landscape which would make one dream that he is living in harmony with animals. In Tibet, stupas are seen everywhere. But have you ever seen a forest of stupas as big as this? In Kamado in Ryoche, there a forest of stupas nestles among pines and cypresses, mountains and springs, which look as beautiful as scenes described in poetry. The stupas here are built exquisitely in different styles. There are regular 8 types of stupas. There are stupas in squares and rounds, and there are stupas as tall as several meters or as short as scarcely 1 meter. The Chajema Temple, located not far from Mount Detri Pojan, is the oldest and biggest temple in Kham. It is famous because of its size and many images and scriptures. In the past, locals used to say, "Make pilgrimage first to the Jalkhan and then to the Chajema temple." Let's imagine how famous the temple is considered to be. There are over 100 images made of gold, silver, and bronze enshrined in the temple in unique styles and arrangements. The temple is 3 stories high with a quadrangle open to the sky. Various images are enshrined on the first and second floors. The third floor contains a collection of saddles and swords of the legendary King Gesar and his famous knights Tankas of the Qing dynasty period, and finely carved block printings. These historical valuables add to the grandeur of the Chajema. The monks in the Chajema temple yearly perform interesting religious dances. A religious dance in actuality is a dance of the gods, therefore we can understand it as the gods' dance. The dancers, imitating gods with the religious implements in their hands, gracefully perform the dances. These religious dances are always watched by a multitude of onlookers. The legendary King Gesar is the hero in the heart of the Tibetans. In religious dances, the story of King Gesar, an extremely popular ballad among Tibetans, also takes participation sometimes. The dancers really, for a time, take the audience into ancient battlegrounds, with the whistling of arrows and the brandishing of swords. On and off stage, people dream of a battleground. The religious dances last for days. People come from all directions, equipped with homemade food and drinks to see them. The depth of belief and the grace of the performance take the audience into a dream of the ancient world.